Hello, everyone. Today we're back again with another webinar. This is actually to shed some light today on our main topic, which is going to be the main key differences between Odoo Enterprise and Odoo Community. Just a quick introduction about myself. So this is Ahmed Ihab from Odoo. Currently, I'm a business consultant in the Partnership and Strategic Alliance. And of course, you feel free to reach out to me through email, on WhatsApp, or WhatsApp as well, if you have any further inquiries. So today's presentation agenda is actually going to go through some key features of understanding the history and the Odoo overview. So first of all, we're going to shed some light on what is Odoo Community, and as well what is Odoo Enterprise, and the main key differences between the Odoo Community and the Enterprise. And then we will go through a migration or understanding or how we can go from Odoo Community to Enterprise. So just to shed some light on the history of Odoo and taking you through the evolution, actually. So it's important to understand in 2005, Fabian, the founder and the current CEO of Odoo, started to develop his first software product, and this is where he named it Tiny ERP, and this is where the development started as an initial stage. 3 years later, of course, Fabian was evaluating his software product, and at this point he was looking more into understanding how he can raise funding for the software and attract investors. So by this we mean that he was looking into something that is kind of more broad, more open source, and the name Tiny ERP wasn't cutting it at this point, and he decided to change the name of the company to Open ERP. So in 2008, Open ERP Tiny ERP was named Open ERP, and Fabian was in the development, of course, recruited more R&D staff, and he was in the process of developing dozens of modules for the Open ERP, and as well the open source community was growing at this point. If we would look in 2010, 2 years later, in 2010, Open ERP has started to see a rise and an increase in the employee count as a company. 100 plus employees were recruited at this point and selling services, and mainly we were providing services to customers on Open ERP. Fabian then realized actually that delivering services to customers kind of distracted him from the fact that he was working more on his own software, and he wanted to advance and further develop and customize the features of Odoo. And he decided that it was a time to make a change in the business model, or as a pivot for the business model here. And he looked within 2014, Fabian decided to switch from more of a service company to a software publisher, where he wants to advance and develop Odoo further. And this would allow, of course, to increase more efforts into research and development, and as well into more research activities. So if we come to look at something which is very important here, which is the financing in 2014 and currently the rise of Odoo. I would say that in 2014, after years of rapid growth, Fabian achieved a new goal, or another goal, which secured a new round of $10,000 million worth of financing, which was jointly provided by leading venture capital firms, actually. And the new financing kind of focused on the support and acceleration for our commercial force, and as well the increased R&D staff. And that's what we were working more on increasing the software development on the software itself, and as well further enabling the platform to provide the services that the clients were looking for, and as well targeting different industries. So when it comes to the rise of Odoo, we have seen that the ERP market as an open ERP, we moved far beyond the boundaries of traditional ERP players. And what we saw is that the integration of business activities was crucial at this point, not to only restricted to the main core modules such as sales, accounting, inventory, and procurements. So in June 2014, version 8 was released of Odoo, which included the content management system, which is the CMS, and as well another platform, which is the e-commerce, our online shopping platform, and with a point of sale, which is mainly targeting restaurants. So an integrated business intelligence engine was introduced here, and as well 3,000 plus modules were further developed, and this was thanks to the help with our open source community. We were working on developing the platform further, and the technology allowed to move to newer markets such as the CMS and the e-commerce, as I mentioned before. And of course in May 2014 a new round of $10,000 were financed or funded to boost the marketing and the sales on Odoo, so that we can penetrate the market and we can enable the companies to know what is Odoo offering as a value proposition. And in order to support the vision, Fabian had to change the name, which is not only restricted as an open ERP, but to more of not only the ERP functions, but something of a broader topic. And this where it came in place, where we named the company to Odoo. So taking you further with the Odoo overview, something which is well to note is understanding what is our mission statement as a software and what we are trying to establish here. So the most important thing to note is that we want to empower users with the key tools in order to streamline their operations, improve efficiency, and as well increase the productivity in your own company. So by that we have a range and a suite of business tools that helps enable to run your business in a much smoother operations and workflow as well. So that being said, it's well to note what are the main key factors here to understand about our value proposition is that we have an integrated scalability. With integrated scalability, that means that we empower the users to grow as Odoo grows. So basically, as the company or the client grows in terms of operations, in terms of workflows, Odoo is highly scalable and can perform the tasks that these clients are requiring. Of course, this all goes down to your requirements and how we can tailor it down as per our module-based system. And of course, with our user-friendly, if you are looking to adopt the solution in your own company, whether it's the enterprise or the community, then at this point it's I think getting a feel of the software and understanding more how the software works. A user-friendly nature is always, that's what we're always aiming for, and as well extremely customizable. You might have no programming skills, you can still customize the software with on the go drag and drop tools, which I will get to in a second. So just to shed some light on Odoo Community and the rise of Odoo Community, actually, something very important to note, which is Odoo Community is actually the skeleton on top of which the Odoo Enterprise has been built. And that being said, we have around 20,000 developers currently who are providing an indispensable pillar for the Odoo's ecosystem and frequently developing and creating further applications to support different industries, to support our clients. And with that, of course, the robust global community has been responsible, like I mentioned, for the continued feedback on making the product better, and as well reporting bugs or creating of over 27,000 applications that currently populate our Odoo App Store. And of course, like I said, it's important to note that Odoo Community is mainly is a great tool for teachers, students, as well as actually anyone who is looking to gain deeper knowledge on our source code or our understanding of the software, and as well understanding, getting familiar with the ERP concepts and how it operates. So of course, Odoo's success is definitely built on growth of our community and the strength as well of our community members who are currently supporting us worldwide. And this definitely helps you gain access to create and develop new features on the Odoo community. And as we can see here in this diagram, with the Odoo community, we can see that Odoo community is the pillar and the skeleton of the enterprise, and on top of which our enterprise is built. And of course, we can have as well community and extra applications which are developed by our partners, our third-party applications, which also populate our Odoo App Store. So further going into understanding what is Odoo Enterprise, with Odoo Enterprise we are actually, it's more of an extended feature-rich version, an upgrade to the Odoo community. It's a SaaS-based model, subscription-based model, which is a software as a service, and usually typical business owners that have tested the Odoo community, they want to go a step further into their, let's say, into their operations, into more of a feature provided software. Then of course they more likely to convert to become enterprise users. And with Odoo Enterprise, of course, we provide support from our end. So that means in terms of technical support or bug fixes, anything that you might encounter on your enterprise version, we have a full R&D team, which is headquartered in Belgium, and that is this R&D team is actually fully capable of understanding what technicals or bug fixes you're facing, and we are capable of resolving any issues that you might face on your enterprise version. And of course, thanks to our enterprise version, every year we do release a new version on Odoo Enterprise, and as well we keep improving the Odoo community. So just to take you through actually the key differences between the key differences between the Odoo community and the enterprise, just basically a structural breakdown of the key differences between the two versions. So to look at actually with the key differentiators here is that for the Odoo, we can see that with the Odoo Enterprise, we can see that we are providing unlimited functional support as well as version upgrades, like I've mentioned before, and hosting. If you're looking to be hosted on our online solution, on our online platform, then Enterprise would be, for example, that you would be going for the Enterprise here. And as well, something well to note is that with the enterprise version, there is accessibility on multiple platforms, and these platforms could be handheld devices where you are having the application on your handheld device to kind of automate your manufacturing operations, or on the mobile as a mobile application. This is offered on the enterprise version, and as well if you're looking to be hosted on our as a web-based on the desktop. So these are the different accessible platforms that we have. If we would come to the marketing, and we do offer integration on the enterprise as a social marketing application that helps manage all your communications. So that being said, that we offer integration with the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And so on, and also going through the email marketing, we provide mailing templates for the enterprise version. That's if you want to have certain templates that you want to automate your processes further. And as well, marketing automation comes as an addition if you're looking to automate your marketing operations and your marketing campaigns. Then this is a benefit for the enterprise. So moving on to services. So we do know that with the ERP, we're able to tackle different industries. So from marketing to services, that's something that is important to see here. With services, actually, we can see that with the timesheets, so timesheets has actually on our mobile application, you're able, if you bill your let's say your labor, your employees based on hours, then with an easy to use mobile application, timesheets is available on our mobile application, where they can log their hours, and as well different views with timesheets on our platform, like such as grid view, Gantt chart views, and many different forms. As well, what comes in for the enterprise: field service, help desk, and planning, and as well appointments. So moving on actually to the next phase, which is productivity, or the sector where we have different operations in terms of just different cycles and operations that we can automate here, is that with productivity is approvals. So if you would want to go through multi-level approvals in your company with, let's say, for example, issuing a certain quotation, or going through different multi-layered approvals, then approvals application comes for the enterprise. And as well our voice over IP, which is fully integrated on our enterprise version. And as well, we do offer our external peripheral device, such as the IoT box, if you want it for communications with the printers, barcode scanners, whatever, fingerprint scanners as well. Then IoT box comes in handy. Of course, with our easy to go, easy to use, with no programming skills at all, Studio module is a powerful module in customizing your platform as a front end. If you're looking as in terms of a drag and drop module, then Studio would be the perfect go-to module here, so that you can help if you want to customize further and you cannot find something as standard, then Studio module would be your go-to application. So when it comes to finances, of course, we can see that accounting, which is the core of operations in any business, so that is found on the enterprise version. Accounting is mainly could definitely go from comprehensive accounting, profit and loss statements, issuings of the OCRs, which is the optical character recognition, and we have that also for bills and expenses. And we can see that as well with invoicing, our AI powered artificial intelligence based on OCR, that is supported on our enterprise version. And as well, payroll comes as a free application for the enterprise. So if you want to be able to digitize and automate your pay slips, and as an HR, then it's definitely payroll would be able to fit the gap for the enterprise version. As well, it comes with let's look at documents, spreadsheets. So spreadsheets comes if you're looking to, for example, automate your financial solution, your budgetary different revenues that you want to be able to generate. Then spreadsheets comes as an added benefit for the enterprise, as long as well as e-signature, which is our electronic signing application. All right. So moving on further, in terms of sales, so most of the CRM and sales, they are, and point of sale is are common modules. Only for the point of sale, something which is well to note is the rewards and the loyalty gift cards and rewards. So this feature is found only on the enterprise. As well, if you are providing subscription based or rental or looking for an integration with Amazon connectors comes with for the enterprise version here. So this is in terms of the sales. And let's move on further to inventory and manufacturing. So with inventory and manufacturing, something that's important, we can see that if you're looking to automate in-house your manufacturing operations, then definitely the barcode scanning application would be your go-to here, and this goes for the enterprise. This is not something that's found on the community. Manufacturing operations, if you want to go beyond as in terms of features, work centers, control panel, and further scheduling of your operations, then the enterprise, then this comes as an added feature for the enterprise actually. And considering product life management and quality assurance for your products, this comes for the enterprise as well. The rest is commonly shared. So moving on to HR, HR is definitely something well to note in terms of, let's say, for example, here we are looking at referrals and appraisals. So with referrals and appraisals, if you are doing employee referrals and appraisals for your employees in-house, then look at the enterprise version. And as well, if you're looking as at an departmental dashboard for your employees, then enterprise would fit that gap. Now, fleet management is commonly shared between community and enterprise. So just to talk about migration, or how you can migrate from Odoo Community to Odoo Enterprise. At this point, please feel free to reach out to us for one-on-one consultation sessions. You can book a meeting with an expert on our website, and we will be able to guide you further on how you can upgrade from Odoo Community to Odoo Enterprise. I would like to thank you all for joining the session, and please feel free to reach out to me at any point on my email or my WhatsApp. And thank you very much for joining the session, and see you on the next one.